The Melbourne Recital Centre is a 1,000 seat auditorium for acoustic music, designed for acoustic music. With it we have a salon, which is a 120, 150 seat small performance space, which is also a recording space. Next door, Melbourne Theatre Company is a 500 seat single rake theatre. It's a traditional proscenium theatre with a small performance space which also seats about 150 depending on how you set it up. It started in terms of the design of the two buildings with us being commissioned by Major Projects Victoria. Their program was essentially for two new performance facilities, one of which, the Melbourne Theatre Company, had a very substantial brief already written, and the other, the Melbourne Recital Centre, which didn't have a brief established. It had a mission to design a world-class facility for acoustic music.
Well, for Melbourne until now, it hasn't had a chamber music hall. And so chamber music's been played in venues that are often too big, or too small, like too small for the audience to be economical.
MTC didn't have its own home and has wanted its own home for a long time. And the 500 seat was exactly the right size. It's a gap in the theatre market in Melbourne. We've had fantastic feedback from people who come and just say, look, to listen in that space is gorgeous. The local professions gave us a lot of awards in the Institute of Architects Awards. It was Best Building, Best Interior, Urban Design won the medal. It just swept the whole, which is spectacular. I think it actually taps into one thing, that the building is part of the cultural tourism and the facility and the events that are on become part of that as well. So it's a sort of a synergy between the striking quality of the buildings, but then also stands for what the, you'd say courageous cultural events that are put on here. But then also obviously performers that are here. We know, in fact, in booking acts, people say, oh yes, I've heard of that hall, I do want to come and play there. So that all adds to our standing as a city.